Hello and welcome to Cat, and today we're playing Evolution Evade on Roblox. And if you don't know what this game is, I played it a few videos ago and talked about it a little bit. But today's video we're going to talk about some update ideas. And if you saw my last video, you know that the game was actually shut down. Someone made a lobby for the game and they actually got into the game. Like a new lobby for when you load into the game when you're like selecting towers and stuff before you go into a match. And someone put a Discord link in that for the Discord server for Evolution Evade, and Roblox shut the game down for like 3 days, and now it's finally back. So if you're wondering what that was about in my last video, which is this video is probably going to be the last video if this game wasn't shut down at the time, but I decided I wanted to do another Tower Defense Simulator event video, because I know those occasionally get popular and those are nice to have later on down the road when you can't play the event anymore, but you can still watch some gameplay and see what it was like. But yeah, Evolution Evade has some updates, and some of the things that they're working on right now, I know that they're working on a sandbox mode right now, if that makes sense. So like how the sandbox mode would work in that game is, so how the sandbox mode would work. Sorry, I was messing on my mic. And then basically the sandbox mode would look like Bloons Tower Defense 5 sandbox would work, most likely. It's like the one announced thing for the next update, and the other announced thing is that some enemies will be able to do attacks in your towers if they get to a certain low amount of HP. Their HP will be nerfed, but they'll gain like an ability, like I don't know, the crystals to be able to throw like a crystal at your tower, stunning it. But yeah, in the next update. But yeah. Anyway, that's all that's been announced for Evolution Evade right now. So, I'd like to talk about some future update ideas for this game, because at this point I feel like because there's only 6 eras and like you can't really add on any more eras onto how it's set up. Ages I should say. But I don't know, I call it ages eras for some reason. It's probably because all of these noobs used to call them eras. And I guess got used to calling them eras instead of ages, because all the noobs I played with called them eras instead of ages, but still. But yeah, there's 6 currently in the game of the ages, and 5 of which are just normal ages of time and stuff, of different, like I don't know, like you have medieval, Renaissance, future, that sort of thing. I'll list them off later, but I honestly think that's one of the major flaws of the game, that I just won't be able to add any more of that on, which will stop large amounts of content being added to the game in that way. So I got multiple ideas. So first off, the other thing is difficulties, which I think they can be expanded on. There's normal, hard, and impossible. Impossible is actually possible. The beat is just really hard, and that's how you go up eras. Or ages, I should say. Anyway, I would say add an easy difficulty option, which would only go only up 15 waves, I think. Yeah, it'll be 15 waves, and it's kind of like a tutorial for that difficulty, if that makes sense. And also another difficulty I like to see is something harder than impossible. Impossible would still be used to go up eras, but by being this difficulty above impossible instead of going up an era, you would gain an absurdly powerful tower based in that era. So, for example, later down the road in the game, when I have some of my other ideas. You're going to have some good towers, but you're going to be restarting the game, sort of. I'll explain this later with another idea. But you're going to want this, we're going to want something, say, it will also make sense, like, it'll be the hardest difficulty even possible is going to be based off, like, I don't know, all age difficulty style to earn you a special tower. It'll be like all age, normal right now, difficulty-wise for these towers. But you can basically get a really good tower in an era that usually doesn't have those best of towers. But it'll be kind of like it's the harder more. If all the eras were more around the same difficulty style idea for this mode. Or game like difficulty, which would be even harder than insane. I don't know, possible I mean. I don't know what to call it. But yeah. It'll be kind of like a really hard mode that gives you a really good tower in an era that usually is easier. So, and this difficulty wouldn't be unlocked until, let's just say, level 30, you won't be able to play that difficulty. If that makes sense, because... but you can still play Impossible and go up eras. You just need to get, like, level 30 before you can try the really, really difficult mode in every era. And, yeah. And the other thing, that's pretty much all I want, So the first thing I want to talk about is, I'm going to talk about events later, how they could work. The first thing I want to talk about is seasons. So, how Fortnite has a seasonal style thing, like every season there's different things you can get in the game and stuff, and the map changes and stuff depending on the season of the whole theme and stuff. I think Evolution Evade would benefit from a seasonal based thing. For example, instead of doing challenges, every season will have different eras and different towers. So for every era, like the eras, the ages and tower events right now are Stone Age, and then you go up to Medieval, then you go up to Renaissance, then you go up to Modern, then you go up to Future, and then there's All Era or Age. But yeah, anyway, those are the 6 ages in the game. Every new time a new season come out, all the ages that'll be replace all the current ages with new ages. Well, they'll be based around the same age time period as the other ages that are in the game. But they're, it's I don't know, instead of a Stone Age, it'll be an Ice Age. Instead of a Future Age, it'll be an Alien Invasion Age. Instead of Modern, maybe a Zombie Apocalypse. You get the idea, right? So they'll be based off their normal ages, to be more specified to a theme. I don't even think specified is a word. But it'll be based more, the eras we kind of turned, ones right now, it'll turn into more of, eras based, or ages based off of I don't know, a certain age, they'll be around the same time as another age. A Stone Age and Ice Age will be around the same time, but Ice Age would fit more of a cool Christmas time era thing, a Christmas time based thing in real life, so that'll make sense for a season that come out around Christmas. And another thing is, the next thing is how the towers work. So all of the ages will basically be replaced in this update when the new season comes out, but you can still keep towers. So there's the 5 ages, and then there's special towers, and then special towers, which will probably be event towers, and the hex shooter is a special tower right now, which you saw earlier in the gameplay. It's in my first slot. But yeah, you know what I mean by that, right? So in between special and all the age-related towers, there'll be towers from previous ages that aren't in the game anymore. And sometimes the tower can return from a previous age to another age. For example, maybe Clubman can return in an Ice Age themed. But how when the tower returns from one age to another, they'll usually have a different default skin. So skins were announced as another update feature. I forgot to mention that before. But yeah. So, for example, the Clubman right now, if you got it from the first time playing the game, will have normal skin. Will be a different default skin if you got it, say back, so you got it in the Ice Age era, you replace the Stone Age era. Then you get a more of an icicle themed skin. And, another thing to mention. Let's just say you already have a tower from the previous era and you want the skin for the newer skin for the tower. Once you get up to the age where you can get that, normally buy that tower, but you already had it, you just get the new texture for it right away. But another thing, so you could use towers from previous era ages. They'll just be a different extra part of your inventory, in between special towers and all the age-related towers. Yeah, and let's say a new age season comes out, you would still have all your towers from previous seasons and still get to keep them. However, you would lose what age you were on and have to restart at the beginning age, but you keep all your towers from previous ages. So, for example, if you, got up to, but so you beat the All Era on the new season, last season you would then have, and the new season starts, you'd have all your towers, but you would start at the first season, age of that, and yeah. Anyway. Some other things I'd like to mention, on top of all those ages and stuff, that will be added, every time there's a new season. Of course, there'll be new towers and stuff like that. That would be kind of cool. There wouldn't be a battle pass or anything, it would just be new towers and stuff. The second idea would be how events would work. Events normally in tower defense, first thing before I talk about events, is on top of the 2 difficulty ideas I talked about before. It would be cool if there was the endless difficulty, which is just an endless version of it's just an endless game mode, so you're basically endlessly playing. And so there's no end, and you unlock that level 30 along with the really hard difficulty that unlocks you a special tower. But yeah, that will be, that'll be another option. So you can play endlessly a game, and you get how much money depending on how far you get, which would be a kind of fun idea. and it'll actually be much easier. Starting out become much harder. So there'll be some special tower enemies in that age, which will be exclusive to that age. That may only show up in the really hardest difficulty and in the infinite mode, basically, or endless. But yeah. Then the other thing is to not go to the event. So events, I feel like, could be based off anything. When an event comes out during a season, there'll be an extra age that comes out. Which will be the event age, which only lasts for like a month or so. Like, for let's say we're talking about Halloween. When you play that age, there'll be completely different maps from the other ages. Or yes, another idea could be, for this game, for Evolution Evade, would be different ages and stuff. Like when a new age comes out, there's completely different maps in one age than another. So, for example, you can have a really futuristic city if you're playing the all era or the age or the future age, and you can't get the map in any of the other ages. So how the event would work is you have the same thing would happen in the event, where all the event maps would be exclusive to the event age, and none of the other ages would get them. Another thing is the event would have a difficulty. The difficulty can go from like, I don't know. Like, you have all the difficulties, so easy, normal, hard, impossible, and the really hard difficulty I haven't got a name for it, and endless, if that makes sense, would all be, in the event. All those difficulties, if you play on impossible, and or the really hard difficulty, you earn a special tower from being the event. The hard difficulty is to just earn a new type of currency, which you turn into normal currency, like the normal coins in the game. We're buying towers after the event is over. But you use these, or you can just transfer the coins, and there are special event currency token things in the event normal coins if you wanted. But the event token things are used for buying special towers in the event age. So around Halloween, let's say there's 5 towers in the event. 2 of them are locked off to being the special really hard difficulties, and the other 3 are locked off by having to gain enough of these coins, which you can get much easier in the lower difficulties. So yeah, that's how events can work. And I hope you guys like these ideas, and I hope the Green Creator actually adds a few of these. But yeah, this is the end of the video. Remember to like and subscribe to Cajun Cat on YouTube. And by the way, guys, I made a map for this Evolution Evade for like Halloween time. It is 75 place visits now, which is absurd. But yeah, and peace. Oh, and by the way, before the video ends, I'll let you watch the rest of the gameplay. So yeah, peace.